Let's look at these two problems. Find the derivative of the following functions and simplify where possible. Okay, let's get started with number one here. Okay, let's see what we are seeing. So derivative of this function seems like this is going to be product rule here, and we can apply the power rule here. But make sure we're taking the derivative of the inner function as well, applying the chain rule within. Okay, let's apply the power rule, product rule here. So a times derivative of b, and we know the derivative of sine inverse x is 1 over square root of 1 minus x square plus b times derivative of a, which is 1. Derivative of x is 1 plus, you can see right the power rule, and then with the chain rule, like chain rule means you have to take the derivative of the inner function as well. So we have 1 over 2, bring the power down. This is going to be negative 1 over 2, so it's comes under here, and then take the derivative of the inner function, which is negative 2x, correct? Because derivative of constant is 0. Okay, so we have x over square root of 1 minus x square plus sine inverse x minus 2x over 2 times 1 minus x square. I think we can take something common here. So let's take x over 2 cancels out, right? Now minus x square, so we have 1 plus minus 1 plus sine inverse x. Wow, look. This is what happens during exam, trust me. Why am I even taking common? This is simply cancelling out with each other, correct? This is crazy. So this is simply similar terms. This is, I'm like, what is happening? Similar terms, positive negative cancels out, so we have the derivative of this function or dy over dx simply is equal to sine inverse of x. Here's your answer. Let's go to number 2 here real quick. Derivative of this function, which is tan inverse, right, of this inner function is this. Yeah, let's apply the chain rule here clearly. So outer function is tan inverse x. Inner function is simply 1 minus x over 1 plus x. I'm gonna write the square root as this. And we know derivative of tan inverse x is 1 over 1 plus x square. And derivative of inner function is bring the power down. So this comes here. as this square root of 1 minus x, or how you want to write it down, or okay, let's just write it down in simple form before. Bring the power down and then subtract minus 1 from it, so it's negative 1 over 2. And then you have to apply the quotient rule here, right? Take the derivative of the inner function, which is 1 plus b square right here. And then take the derivative of, this is a over b form now, quotient rule. B times derivative of a, which is negative 1, minus derivative of b, which is 1, a times, which is 1 minus x times derivative of b, which is 1. This is a little tricky, but we're getting there. So inner function derivative is what? Negative 1 over 2 times 1 plus, okay, make sure negative is being multiplied here. Negative 1, negative x, negative 1 plus x over 1 plus x cubed. We're still solving the inner function. Positive, negative cancels out. This is going to be negative 2 over 1 plus x cubed. So, okay, this 2 cancels out with this one. We have inner function as, this is, let's bring this down. Maybe. We'll see, because we have to simplify this, right? Times negative 1 over 1 plus x cubed. This is what we have. Okay, so the derivative of this function is 1 over 1 plus x, right? The inner function, which is 1 minus x over 1 plus x square. So outer function with respect to inner function times the derivative of inner function, which is also 1 over 1 plus x square times the negative, this is negative of 1 minus x. So that bring it down as well, times 1 over 1 minus x over 1 plus x square root, right? Now look at this. Inner function, we assume that x is equal to square root of 1 minus x or 1 plus x, correct? So missing a square root here, which is simply like if I write in the form this, basically this is the inner function and then we have the derivative with x square on it. So 2 over 2 cancels out, correct? Okay. So, and if we simplify, let's just simplify this one on side here because it's taking up space now. So we have 1 over 1 plus, because the powers cancels out, so we have 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x. So we have minus x cancels out, so we have 2 over 1 plus x for this one. Again missing this, right? So this is going to be 1 divided by 2 over 1 plus x, which is simply equal to 1 times 1 plus x over 2. Okay, so we have the simplified expression here. For this one, 1 plus x over 2, and we have the negative going on here. Times, and look at me making mistakes here. This is whole expression 1 plus x square. So I'm like, something is missing out. I'm not doing something correct. This is what. This is why it's important to watch these videos and practice alongside, so we can point out each other's mistakes. And we can't see each other, but still, this is quite entertaining. Okay, now makes sense. We have 1 plus x, the bottom here. Now this is what we have. What can we do here? How about if we rewrite this expression as this? We split these as 1 minus x square root times 1 plus x negative, right? Because it's in denominator. If we bring in multiplication, so the power becomes negative. Yeah, let's do this. So this is becoming negative 1 plus x over 2. And see, we have something looks alike times 1 over, so we can rewrite this as this, or either way 1 minus x multiply 1 plus x, so you can just add the power same. So 4 minus 1 is 3 over 2. Right, right. So this is what we have. And since we have this 1 plus x at top, this is quite fun now. This is negative. How about if we split as this and as this? Same thing, right? So just to convey my point, what I'm seeing here, see, same, same. So we have 1 plus x as power 1. This goes at top, so becomes negative, or 1 minus x. This is equal to negative 1 over 2. So again, it is coming in the bottom. Now, how can you rewrite this now? What I'm saying is a plus b, a minus b here, which is a formula of a square minus b square. Right, right. So this becomes negative 1 over 2, 1 square minus x square. And we ended up derivative of this function is negative 1 over 2, 1 minus x square, because square root of 1 is 1. And here is your answer. I hope this was fun and a must watch video. These kind of problems that actually make you love calculus. See what we were doing and where we ended up. So here it is. Thanks for watching. I hope this was fun.